Sorry, no sleeping on the job. You've got a world to save. Hey everybody, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. I just realized I never used that spin attack ever since I've gotten it upgraded. Anyway, last time, after retrieving our horse Epona from Romani Ranch, we made our way down here to the Great Bay Coast, where we discovered that the water is apparently unusually murky, which is causing problems for not only fishermen and their boats, somehow, but also the Zoras, as they can't seem to swim out to the ocean very far. They also can't seem to find a lot of fish. And on top of that, the Zora band, the Indigogos, are facing quite the crisis, as their lead singer Lulu has laid a bunch of eggs that have been stolen by pirates. Gerudo pirates in particular. Their fortress is over there a ways, but rather than start by infiltrating it like I said I would last time, well, I have a story about that. So, I thought I had enough time to infiltrate the pirates' fortress and make enough progress, make as much progress as I wanted to in a failed recording, but it turns out that I actually don't. I have to meet Romani back at the ranch at 2 a.m., and as you can see by the clock, it is about to hit 2 a.m. in literally like 3 hours. And no, 3 in-game hours is not enough time to make as much progress as I want to in Pirate's Fortress, as I discovered in a failed recording session, and yeah, so this time we're gonna start by going a different direction first, but don't worry, we will absolutely go inside the Pirate's Fortress before the end. Let me ride Epona back out. Okay, yeah. You see, these are the larger levers that are supposed to take 3 hits, and they're only dying in 1 because the Gilded Sword is so freaking good. Alright, let us take Epona out of here. Not only because the place I want to go actually requires Epona, but so that we can at least spend a little more time with our horse before I start ignoring her completely forever and ever, as will most certainly happen. I'm sorry, Epona, you're just not needed in this game. Oh, by the way, I've never pointed it out, but yeah, at nighttime, the clock tower becomes a lighthouse, and I've always really liked that. I think it fits really well. Okay, so where I want to go first is right here. Epona is not allowed inside of Clock Town because, as we all know, horses cannot step up a single set of stairs, or a single step of stairs. As you can see here, yeah, Epona can't jump up that, so yeah, she's not allowed inside the town, clearly. Thank goodness that they safeguarded the town from Epona. Epona would have wrecked house in here. It is possible to get Epona in here through glitches and other unintended methods, but of course they're unintended methods, so I'm not going to be doing any of them. Hey, buddy. Welcome. I'd like to buy a red potion from you for a particular reason. So, you don't need, like, a bag for that or anything, do you? Then I'm gonna deposit all the rupees I have on hand, just so that the rupees I inevitably find on my travels aren't as pointless. 794 rupees deposited in total. I am one rich little guy at this point. Now that that is done, I shall climb... I guess climb is not the right word. Mount Epona once more, and then we shall take her over to the east side of the world. That's right, even though I said last time we can't do anything over there, I lied. We definitely can. Let me just run through you so I can show Epona's... Oh my god, yeah. Epona just insta-kills any enemies. She cannot die from anything. She is immortal. Do not worry, she will be just fine. We got blue bubbles in here. Let's watch out for that. For them, I mean, not just for that. There's not just one of them. There are multiple of them. And this is the road towards the canyon in the east. I don't think we've heard this place's name yet. Wow. If that doesn't demonstrate the sheer prowess of Epona, I don't think anything will. I'm having to fiddle with the controls a little bit, but it's fine. Okay, first things first, there is a rock right here we should be able to blow up with a bomb. This dude's chasing me. I'm just gonna... Well, that's what happens when you let it happen, like I did. There we go. Blow you up with a fire arrow. I guess not. It's not blow you up because it's not a... I'm sorry, what? Is this thing not bombable? Oh my god, it's not bombable. Okay, well, is it Goron punchable? Okay, it's Goron punchable. So it's like... Okay, it's like the thing you can do with Megaton Hammer. It's like the rocks you have to hit with the Megaton Hammer not green enough time. I guess they're resistant to bombs. That would make sense. That would be why you needed the Megaton Hammer for them. I'm doing such a great job of talking this episode. Don't mind me. Okay, we got the usual grotto with 3 piranha plants, Deku Babas. Sorry, they're just very similar, alright? And then inside the chest, I believe, is not just 30 rupees, 20 rupees, No, instead, it's a bomb chew. Press C to arm this wall climbing bomb, tap C again to launch it. I'm gonna be real with you all. Bomb chews are the worst item in Majora's Mask. I don't know if anyone's gonna argue against me on that, because all they really do is you can equip them, and then you can drop them, and then they'll run along the ground and explode. While you're holding them, their timer is running out, so you can, like, hold them in your hands for a little while to cook them, and then release them to make them blow up earlier if you want, but when do you ever need a bomb chew as opposed to just a regular bomb in this game? You never do! That's the answer. Okay, well, there's one place in the game where you do need it, but otherwise, you will never, ever need to use a bomb chew on anything. I don't even know why they're here. The only genuine use for them is inside that one minigame we played with them long ago. Otherwise, you could just use a bomb or the blast mask, and it'll do just fine. Or hell, even the Goron punch if it's applicable. Let me drink my green potion already, just so I can show it off. Look at that! Our magic meter has increased off camera. Alright, now we need to get into here, and I don't think... No, you can't. They do respawn over time. They actually kind of have a cool respawn animation. I unfortunately didn't show it very clearly. I got cursed while on horseback. That's real nice. I didn't want to stop. Why did I stop? Okay, is there actually... Oh, yes, there is something to do over here. Alright, so... Let me climb off Epona, dismount. There we go, proper terminology. We have a circle of rocks over here, and we also have you, weirdo, up here.
What are you doing in a place like this? Ikana Hill beyond here is the place where lingering spirits with troubles and lingering regrets wander. I said lingering twice. You're making me look bad. Even now, the spirits wander in search of one who can save them. It is unfortunate, but it is no place for one such as you. But if you must enter, then you must obtain the mask containing wandering spirits that can be found near the ranch. Without that mask, you cannot save their souls. Until then, I will not let you pass by here.
Well, we don't have that, so we're gonna have to come back to it another time. It's about to hit 2 a.m., so let's just get right on to what I wanted to do. What you want to do is pull out the Lens of Truth and use it on this circle of rocks. And it turns out there's a soldier trying to call out for help in the center of the rocks who is invisible. Somehow. Huh? Don't tell me, I'm shocked! You're the first person who's ever spoken to me! I've been here for many years, waving my arms around and asking for help, but everyone ignores me and passes me by. You've been here for years? How have you survived? It's 'cause I'm about as impressive as a stone, right? I'm used to it, though. I have a request. Can you give me some medicine that would make even an unnoticeable stone like me feel better? That is why I bought the red potion. Oh my god, the screen's glitching out again. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Here's the red potion, buddy. Again, the bottle's not supposed to be showing up through Link. This is just emulator quirk. Ah, is that it? I feel better, I think. Why are you looking at his legs, Link? You could look up at his face. His eyes are up there. Thanks. Oh, here. In gratitude. You got the stone mask, where it would seem to become as plain as stone. Now, let me practice standing out. Shiro the Stone Soldier's added to your notebook. It's a weird little side quest, but it gives you an immensely useful item in the form of the stone mask. The stone mask will, as it just said, make you as plain as stone. And what this means is most enemies no longer see you. I think the bubbles are one of them, right? Yeah, this bubble has no idea that I'm here. Not every enemy is unable to see you anymore. It does not work on every enemy is what I should have said there, but instead I said the weirder version of it because I just cannot talk lately, can I? All the last 3 videos have had terrible commentary. Very sorry about that, if you care at all. Anyway, yeah. It does not work on every enemy, but it is still immensely helpful for what we're about to be doing in Great Bay, and so I recommend coming over to get it as soon as you can. In the 3DS version, though, it is worth noting, that guy is not down there in Icona Canyon. He's in a different location. In fact, he's in a location we haven't been to yet. I'll be sure to bring it up when the time comes. For now, it's almost 2 a.m. Let's get over to the ranch ASAP. For some reason, this bird that steals your items is marked in red on the map. I didn't notice that at all until I was editing and I saw the red dot on the minimap. I don't know why he gets a special freaking mark on the map and no other enemies do, but hey, what do I know? By the way, if you feel like the minimap is a little too large and it's cluttering up a bunch of space, there is a button to turn it off. I believe it's L on N64. It's whatever that button is bound to on whatever emulator you're using. And then for another topic, in the Japanese release of Majora's Mask N64, you were able to burrow into this path as a Deku Scrub. Why was that? Well, we might be about to find out. In the meantime, let's get over to where we need to be, and let me put on a much more fitting mask instead of the stone mask in the last slot. Let's put on the bunny hood. That'll be way more useful for what's coming up. Right on time, actually. Hello? What's the plan?
It's almost time. You take care of things outside, Grasshopper. If you have a map, watch your map carefully. Okay? Whatever happens, do not let them get into the barn. They'll come from behind the barn, too, so watch out. If you run out of arrows, we have crates of them near the house, so stock up when you need to.
This box right here contains arrows inside of it, guaranteed. Only break it if you're running low. Otherwise, the arrows will just drop on the ground and go to waste because they'll despawn. She's gonna take a position inside the barn, and we have to take care of things out here, so that's exactly what we'll do. Now, actually, what I want to do real quick is, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this, but I'm personally going to speed up time right now. This sequence is time-based, so when you have time sped up at a normal rate, it will be going faster than it is at slowed rate, or perhaps I should have said, if you have time slowed down, it'll be moving slower. I think 2:30 is the time when it hits, so it's about to hit 2:30. 3, 2, 1... Oh my god, they're real. Special unique enemy, the ghosts, aliens, whatever you want to call them. They spawn all around the ranch and begin to slowly flort their way... Flort? Yes, they begin to flort their way over to the barn. What you want to do is shoot them before they can reach there. The dog will go bark at the nearest one. The dog at the ranch will bark at the nearest ghost, so you can just watch out for them. You can also see each one of them is marked by a white square on the map, so try not to let them get close to the barn without you seeing them. Okay, we're gonna hit you. We want to hit you. And hit you. This is actually a little somewhat dangerous what I'm doing here, because having time sped up means that the ghosts actually move faster. Their movement is based on a schedule, so if you slow down time, they will be moving much slower, but this sequence will also take longer to finish because it takes more time. Okay, I need to take you out as soon as I can. I'm watching that mini-map. That was my big mistake in my practice playthrough that actually led to me failing this the first time. Looks like the ghosts drop arrows, so if you ever need an emergency resupply of arrows and the box has been used up, you can always go up to them. They will hurt you if you get too close to them, so best not to. There's no real reason to. These guys are inspired by the Flatwoods Monster, an urban legend around the areas of West Virginia. I think there's quite a few stories involving that thing, involving this cryptid, whatever creature it's supposed to be. And I think the details are somewhat similar to what you have to do here. Like, they were attacking someone's barn, and even if, as they were attacked, they just kept reappearing. Oh god, you're getting close. Alright, yeah, watching that map is really, really helping. As you can see, it's already hitting morning, which is when this thing is going to end. It's going to end sometime during 5 a.m. So yeah, that is an advantage to having the time be sped up, the disadvantage being that they come much faster. Now, you are actually able to leave the ranch during this time. You just, they will be pursuing, getting closer to the barn off camera, and you will need to make sure to come back to the ranch at some point before they reach it. In other news, though, we did it. That wasn't very hard.
We did it! We won! Thank you. Thanks to you, the cows are giving thanks too. Here's Romani's thanks. When you drink it, put your hand on your hip and take a big gulp like we do here at the ranch.
You got a milk bottle, as well as a third bottle. One quick gulp will have you feeling great. You see to take a drink. You'll recover 5 hearts per gulp. This bottle contains 2 gulps for 10 hearts total. When it's empty, recycle the bottle.
It's almost time for my sister to get up, so I have to get back to bed. See you later, little hero.
I really like this side quest, because I could definitely relate to wanting to stay up late at night as a kid and being so annoyed at why I had to go to bed, not knowing that it was truly extremely beneficial for me and that sleep was actually good, and you should get sleep. If you're young and watching this, make sure to sleep a lot. You'll need like 12, 13 hours a day, so get it. Get it in there, or else you'll just hate yourself as life goes on. Since it's right about to hit morning, I guess we may as well wait until then and talk to everyone at the ranch when the day arrives. Alright, time is gonna be a little tight here in the future, so I think I want to slow down time straight away, as there are no time-based sequences I'm gonna be playing through in the current moment. But I believe now that it is morning, I think Romani and her older sister can be found inside the barn straight away at any point in the day. Yep, she's petting the cow. Let's see what they have to say. Oh my, hello.
Romani's going to take our milk to Clocktown too.
You're looking after the place. The cows will be all alone otherwise. Yes, sister. Romani wants to go along with her sister to town, but her sister's not allowing it. I'm going by wagon into town. Would you like a ride? I'll be leaving about 6 o'clock this evening. That's a long time I have to wait for that, but I'll be sure to join you on that. That is important for this whole side quest, so we definitely want to do that. So you can join me if you'd like. I think talk to them again. They have something extra. Go back and tell. Yep.
Romani wants to go too.
You can't. And that's it. No going, Romani. Sorry, she said so. Alright, we could go try our hand at the doggy racetrack once again, now that we have a certain extra item that will help us a lot with that minigame. I just love being vague about everything in this series, don't I? But, again, it's gonna kind of be a waste of time, and besides, we're on an important mission left to us by a deceased Zora, so let's get back to that. Not to say that the Romani Ranch... yeah, that's about... that sums up my commentary this video, doesn't it? Anyway, not to say that the Romani Ranch operation wasn't also an important mission, it's just that that important mission is done now. So I will need to remember, I need to go back and talk to Cremia and have that ride at 6 p.m. Hopefully I remember to do that, because it's entirely possible I'll forget. Alright, day 2's here, let's waste no further time. Let's head over to the Pirate's Fortress and find a way inside. Down under the water here, you can see all of these wooden boards that have skull and crossbones on them. I wonder who these belong to. I think you can just, you can just slam right into them with your head, and one of them contains, you guessed it, secret passageway. Let's go inside. Why did the moon already look so low in the sky in that frame there? Alright, this is the second stealth mission of the game. We must get through the Pirate's Fortress without being seen by any of the guards. If we get seen by them, then they'll just throw us out. We have no chance of fighting them. It's like the Deku Palace. I think we can actually attack these guys, but you have to do it stealthily. It's a bit of an arbitrary rule, but them's the rules. Oh, they're also marked on the map, just like the ghosts were. Alright, we got a bunch of skullfish down here, kind of annoying. We also have a lot of chests. I think all the chests down here contain red rupees, so I'll just quickly swim around and grab them for whatever reason, because I feel like it. That's why I deposited my rupees earlier, it's because I remembered that there are 320 rupees out here, and I didn't want to be stuck with a full wallet again, like what happens so many times. Is that a bolt? That's a bolt on the ground right there. Where does that go usually? Probably some of the little mechanical pieces over here. Ooh, this chest is hidden away in a big pipe. That's cool. I'm guessing this has 20. Yep, 20 rupees. And then the last one's over this way. If we go this way, we can see a little bit more detail about our current situation and how to progress to this place. And that is, there's a giant metal gate here. Probably need to find a way to open that to sneak in without being seen. So we'll be on the lookout for a switch of some kind. In fact, I'm pretty sure the opening cutscene showed a switch over in a different section of the surface area. So it wouldn't take a genius to figure out or anything, but it's fine. Alright, we can see a current flowing out of that pipe there. That is what that is supposed to be. It's not like a bunch of weird fire particles showing up underwater. That's supposed to be a flowing current. Okay, we can use the mini-map to see the locations of the people in the boats, the gods in the boats, the boat people? I don't know. Do those guys have an official name, like naval officer? kind of weird. I kind of find it weird to say navel in regards to boats, just because I also think of the other word navel, that means belly button. Or it's actually, like, probably the true name of that organ. We've just been nicknaming it belly button the whole time. I don't know, which came first, navel or belly button? This is certainly an interesting topic to be talking about right now, so anyway, let's just stomp this in. You need to use Goron Link for this, and then you need to switch right back to Zora Link, because Goron Link cannot swim. Okay, we can see a balcony over there, like, literally just over there. If only we had some kind of way to, like, zip across large distances like that, then we could access it very easily. Unfortunately, some things are just too good to be true. Alright, now that the metal gate is opened, thanks to us hitting that switch, let's make our way inside. This dungeon is pretty cool. It's not really a dungeon, it's a mini dungeon, kind of like the Decubalus was, but still, even if it's not a full dungeon, it's a pretty cool one. I like the progression of it a lot. That's because we start off in a little behind-the-scenes area where no guards are, so we can at least just solve these puzzles at our own pace without worry of any danger. What I think you want to do here is you do want to pull one of these 2 blocks in this room out, then you want to slam these wooden boards open. It's really nice that I'm able to do this without using magic. Could you imagine if there was a version of this game that made you hit these boards open that made you use magic in order to hit these boards open? That'd just be a little ridiculous, wouldn't it? I'm glad such a thing doesn't exist, though. Alright, push you in and pull the other one out, and I think that creates an open passageway. Alternatively, you can swim up and then back down for yet another chest containing yet another 20 rupees, I'm pretty sure. I was hoping to sync that up with me opening the chest, but instead I did whatever that was. Yep, it's another 20 rupees. Let's go back up. If any of you watched my video on the heist in that one Minecraft map, you'll probably recognize this song, as I used that as one of the music tracks in that video. Get pushed up by this flowing current. I was about to call it an updraft, but I don't think that's what it should be called in water. Now here, you can see a current right there. If you were to get stuck in that, you'd be ejected out that window, which would take you back out to the open area where we began. Obviously, you do not want to do that, so what you want to do is dive to the bottom and move past the mines right there. These here are mines, by the way. I don't think we've been properly introduced. You can't really get rid of them through normal means. You can dodge roll, apparently, and blow them up without taking damage somehow, but either way, if you touch them, they explode. It's like Finding Nemo rules. You know, you use your experience watching Finding Nemo to make progress in Majora's Mask. I'm sure someone did somewhere. What year did Finding Nemo come out? It's probably the mid-2000s. I mean, this game came out in the year 2000, so, you know, wouldn't be too far off. Is this another fucking red rupee? Jesus, stop! Yeah, you're gonna fill up my wallet! But I guess this is the reason why I wanted to deposit. Okay, you can see they have a piece of heart locked up in the brig down here. Or is it only a brig if it's on a ship and not inside of an ocean fortress? We're close enough to an ocean. It can be a brig if I really want it to be. I don't know why we make up so many words that ultimately mean the same thing anyway. Like, why did we make up the term brig when we could just say, I don't know, jail? Prison? Like usual? It's probably from, like, ocean explorers back in the day trying to sound cool, and then their language affects everyone. Oh, that actually opens up the brig. Okay, nice. Let's get inside, and... okay, we got it. The door will actually close over time. There's no ticking, but it will do that. Got another piece of heart, and that actually completes another heart container. That is our 8th one. Very nice. Back in Zora Link, we actually know I have barrels to punch. I think I was about to say something before. Oh, yeah. I do love that, though, how they have a piece of heart locked in their jail like they know how much it benefits me and they don't want me getting it at all. That said, do the pirates know of us? I'm not really sure. I guess they know of the beneficial powers of pieces of heart, and so they either want it for themselves or they don't... they either want it for themselves or they don't want anyone else to have it. Those mean the same thing to me. Okay, before I go in there, actually, what's down here? I've never opened this chest before, but I think I know exactly what it has inside of it. Never mind. I guessed wrong. It's 5 rupees. Alright, I have to go activate that switch again. I don't believe I mentioned it last time. One really nice change the 3DS version makes with the Zora Link controls, despite what it changes in the negative way, but, you know, don't headbutt, get through. Thank you. Anyway, one of the really nice things it does is when you send out the Zora boomerangs, you can press the B button to bring them right back without having to wait for them to fly back to you on their own. That is such a nice addition, and I keep, like, pressing B hopelessly in this version, hoping that that happens, but it doesn't. I was kind of surprised to see that it was missing from this version. All right, what we have here? We have a switch, opens up a cage that has a crystal in it, so get our boomerang out and go. Actually, I don't think that'll work. Oh, never mind, it worked. I remember I had to be more dead on with that in my failed recording of this. I forgot that was there. It's fine. Only did 2 damage. It kind of surprises me how little damage things do in this game, especially because you play as a kid who you wouldn't think has a lot of natural defense because he's a kid and his body is small. I guess it's just their way of keeping things pretty straightforward and easy and not being, like, you know, too difficult. I will say, though, I do think there could have been more room for higher damage. Like, I do think blowing yourself up with a bomb should probably do more than half a heart of damage. Just my opinion, though. You can check this telescope. This is the only other time in the game you have a telescope to look around in. So this is the main central area of the Pirate's Fortress. We can see lots of doors on the side, lots of interesting posts. I wonder if those will have any kind of a significance moving forward. We can see a lot of guards patrolling. Oh god, it's 9 a.m. I better get a move on quick. I think we'll be able to get a perfectly quick move on, though. A perfectly quick move on. Why the fuck did I say that? And of course, there's the moon chilling in the sky as usual. I like that eye drawing above the telescope. It's like, you can use this to see things. Yeah, like we needed that explanation. All right, let's get you bunked. Oh my god. I love it when there's 2 simultaneous explosion sound effects and the game's audio just goes crazy over it. Okay, that might be limited time, in which case, all right, yeah, held the control stick forwards, so I did a roll and took no damage. Yeah, it was at this point in a failed recording, I made it all the way here, and it was like 1 a.m., which meant I had to go to the ranch in literally 1 in-game hour, so yeah. And we haven't made any meaningful progress that would allow us to easily backtrack into this place, so that's why that recording ended up going to waste. It also ended up going to waste because after that point, I was so frazzled by it, I could not string together a coherent sentence to save my life. So I just decided to stop recording that day. I had at least recorded the previous video, so it's not like that recording session went to waste or anything, thankfully. It's just, you know, kind of annoying how I suddenly stopped being able to talk. And then I wasn't exactly able to talk this time. Okay, now that we're in this room, I'm going to turn into Hyperlink because we're smaller and harder to see, and then I will mention, in the 3DS version, here is where you find Shiro the Knight who gives you, the soldier, sorry, who gives you the stone mask. You have to go all the way into the Pirate's Fortress to get the stone mask in the 3DS version because, as you could probably surmise, the stone masks makes us invisible to the guards. Like, look, they're hearing me right now, so they're turning towards me, but they're not seeing me at all. And just so I can show what happens, there we go, I took off the mask. Hey, you, halt! I thought the game crashed there for a second. That was actually scary. Oh man, if it crashed, I would have... Never mind, I actually copied the save file before recording, as I've done every recording so far, so it would have been fine. And besides, I could just use save states, like I made one just now. For the purposes of challenge, I will not be using the stone mask for all except one little thing involved with this place. For now, I'll just go with the bunny hood instead. But I will tell you that the stone mask, you should get the stone mask before coming here, as that is a great, great help. Especially for one of the things we need to do here. Remember, we're not just here to get the eggs back, we're also here to take a picture of one of them for the fishermen down at the coast. Okay, there's a person on that bridge, I hope. Actually, I think this door is dangerous. Let's see. We may as well just try it. Okay, yep, the door's... yeah, the door cannot be gone through. Alright, got it. They just have a guard on the other side. I think that's the only door to be like that, though. So yeah, that's the one bad door you should definitely avoid. Okay, now I'm remembering. Our first target is actually the center there. So we have to sneak past all these guys to get to the center. One thing we can do is shoot the guards with our bow. And they will be stunned. You cannot kill them this way, but you can stun them for a decently long while. So I'll do that. I have no intentions of going on a pacifist run in this game. I already did that. I already did that in Undertale. That was still not really enunciated well. Whatever, it was better than the first one was anyway. I hope you're walking away. Thank God you are. This guard right here, will eventually walk back across the bridge, and then they hang out over here for so long that if they're in that patrol position, as they're climbing up the ladder, you have to wait for so long to get past them. It's really annoying. Okay, we're gonna use the bunny hood for extra speed. Let's go inside. I think this one should be safe. And it is. It's the back rooms. Tattle, it's a bee. I can just hit it with my sword and it dies in one hit. It does less than 1/4 of a heart of damage. I've been waiting for you. And did you find the rest of the eggs? No, but that's because... What are you trying to pull here? If people hear the great pirates have lost the treasure they stole, we'll become the laughingstock. Yes, but... Avail. The sea is strangely murky where we were attacked by the sea snakes. Silence! That's why the Zoras can't send for any help. Now that the eggs are gone, the Zoras should be frantically searching for them. If we don't hurry, the Zoras will get to them before we do. There are 4 eggs here now. Hurry, go find the other 3 eggs before those sea snakes eat them. Understood. Wait. The Zora eggs are the only clue we have about that dragon cloud floating over the bay. If what that strange masked one says is true, and if we can get our hands on the treasure that lies sleeping in the temple in that dragon cloud, then we can spend the rest of our lives living the good life. So get a move on and go find them, now! Understood. Nothing like the promise of becoming rich to motivate your employees, or your servants, however you choose to think of them. Over here we have a couple of pots. There's some interesting history involving this passageway, and especially if you've played the 3DS version, but what you want to do here is, the beehive, the bee floating into that beehive was hinting you towards its existence, because we have a good view of their leader's room from here, and I bet if you needed to, you could shoot an arrow through these bars. What happens if we were to release a horde of angry bees on all these guards? This is pretty funny, I gotta be honest. They're pirates searching for eggs, but a bunch of bees give them paws and chase them out of there. They have got those sharp-looking spears. Why can't you just use those? They die in one hit, guys. I'm just saying. I hope I don't get spotted immediately as I leave here. So yeah, in the Japanese release of Majora's Mask, there's actually an opening right into the leader's room from the back passageway there, where the pots were located. And this is also true in the 3DS version. In the North American N64 version, though, there is not an opening, so you have to backtrack out that door and come through this door, like I have to do right now. And then, we have a chest. I am super excited for what this contains. The hookshot! A Zelda staple, at least back in the old era of Zeldas, and one of my personal favorite items. Use it to grapple items so you can reel them in or pull yourself over to them. Press C to arm it and then use control stick to aim. Release C to shoot. That did not tell you nearly enough about what the hookshot actually does, so let me take over for the rest of it. Actually, no. We'll equip that there and we'll equip the bunny hood. I don't think we're gonna need Zora. Yes, we will need Zora Link sometime soon. Never mind. There, I finally decided on something. So, the hookshot. Use it, and you enter first-person aiming mode like the bow. Then, you can aim at anything wooden, including a treasure chest, and shoot it to pull yourself closer to it. Wooden things also include that wooden plank resting above this huge tank. Down inside the tank, there's something a little important down there. Isn't this a Zora egg? No, that's the side of the tank camera in the game. Anyway, I wonder how we can carry it. I have an idea. We can carry it inside of our milk. I don't know. Anyway, there's also a new enemy down here, which... One second. Which is a little annoying to fight. Gonna be a little annoying to fight anyway. We'll see what its name is as I get down there. It's like an annoying clam. I didn't know you could switch masks mid-fall. That's kind of cool. Can I target the fucking enemy, please? Thank you. The shell blade. Possible to be if you aim for anything, but it's ligament inside the shell. these things are so fucking annoying. Like, you have to hit them with a boomerang or a melee swipe, but the boomerangs always bounce off the walls instead, and you can only fight them underwater, so your combat is so much more limited. I fucking hate these things. I cannot stand them. All right. Hit. Are you kidding me? That didn't count. Oh my God, come on. Reel yourself. What even the fuck? Okay. I think the 3DS version allows the boomerangs to... You know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna take the egg and leave. I was just wiping my mouth there. That's why my voice sounded muffled for a sec. Get stuffed. I don't care. I'm fighting you. I'll show how to fight them more properly another time because we will be encountering more of them, unfortunately. For now, I'll just take my egg and fucking go. I hate them. Anyway, that's all you need to know about them for now. Let's go back out and search for the rest of the eggs. There's gonna be more tanks like those around, I presume. Now from here, the dungeon is pretty open. Now that you have the hookshot, there's lots of places you can go, and you can go to them in whatever order you like. You know what? I'm down 4 hearts. Let's have some of that milk. Very nice. Am I one of the only people who still drinks milk as an adult? Because I feel like I've heard it's a much less popular beverage as people get older. They start going like ride or die for water. And I get it, water's good. I'm drinking water right now as I'm recording this. But I personally really like milk a lot. Especially like 2% milk. I don't know exactly the type of milk that I enjoy, but yeah. I really like milk a lot. I have it with almost every meal. I think it goes along really well. It's really filling, and I do hear it is good for you, right? Is milk actually not good for you? Have I been lied to as a kid? Okay, so we have that ledge up there, which has another hookshot panel, which, by the way, that's the point of these things. Anytime you see a circle pattern like this, you can hookshot it. You can grapple to it. I kind of wish the game would go over that in more detail, because it's definitely not clear what you can do with the hookshot. Okay, is this actually an area I wanted to save for last? If it is, no matter. Are you hearing? Oh, you're hearing me. My bad. Are you gonna throw me out into the main area, or are you gonna throw me? Okay, you're gonna throw me all the way out. I didn't realize that she was turning towards me. That is the thing. If you get close to them and you make noise, they will hear you and they will turn towards wherever you are. So watch out for that. For whatever reason, I don't think this is completely true. I think it's just the fact that I'm dealing with sensitive analog sticks, but the hookshot feels harder to aim than the bow. Again, that's probably just because I'm playing this on emulator with a controller that the N64, the game was not built for. So can I hit you with this? I sure can. There we go. Go that way. Their stun noises are way more cartoony than they sounded in Ocarina of Time, where it generally sounded like you were killing them in Ocarina of Time with the noise they made. They went like, ooh! Here, though, the noise they make is a lot more cartoony, and somehow that feels less, like, threatening to them. I don't know how. Anyway, this looks ominous. We got locked inside as well. There's even 2 torches. Halt! It takes courage to come thieving in the pirate's fortress. I'm going to love doing this to you. We've got a mid-boss where we need to fight one of these guys, or gals rather. The pirate found you. In a quick duel, use Z-target to look for your chance. You're caught if you don't win. I have one thing to say to you. Bow. 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 Try not to have her be close enough to hit you every time she drops like that. Shoot her with the bow every time she lands. That's it. Don't think it ends here. She just used a Deku Nut to get away. If only you could do that with Deku Nuts. Sadly, you cannot. Yeah, that's really all there is to that fight. It's not really that hard. You just shoot her with the bow until she dies, and that's it. Hi. You're a new enemy. We got another egg in there, though. Get you, the rupee, the arrows. That's pretty good. I do like having a refill of arrows after I had to use them on a fight. Or, well, I guess you don't have to use them on a fight. It's just, you know, it's my recommended way of taking them out. You know what? Can I not just shoot you with the bow? Oh, I totally can. Let me get your name before you go. It's, Desbreco? Am I right saying that? Oh, I'm shooting the skullfish individually. There we go. It took you out much more easily. Can I do that to the clams in the tank? Because I'd really like to know if I can or not. Anyway, the Desbrecos are just larger skullfish. That's it. They have a crowd of skullfish following them. I guess not a crowd, a school. That's the proper terminology. Another Zora egg in the bottle. I definitely do recommend collecting more bottles. I recommend doing the Goron races, even if you don't get the Gilded Sword from it. I recommend doing the Goron races for the bottle of nothing else, and if you're in the 3DS version, do the Kume Swamp minigame so that you can get the bottle from there, because you're gonna want bottles for this. If you don't have a lot of bottles right now, you will have to keep backtracking over to the Marine Research Laboratory. I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah, the Marine Research Laboratory in Great Bay Coast to deliver the eggs all the freaking time. You have to go out and back into this place, and it's really annoying. For instance, there's 4 eggs here, but I only have 3 bottles, so I'm gonna have to backtrack out of here and then come back at least once. All right, we're gonna drop down this way. I think this is another way we can go. While I'm thinking of it as well, I'm just gonna drink this milk. Even if it doesn't need me. Even what the fuck am I saying? Even if the milk doesn't need me. What the fuck does that mean? Anyway, even if I don't need the milk right now, it is still better to have an empty bottle on hand. That's what I meant to say. Oh my god, my commentary can be so awesome in how much of a failure it is sometimes. Alright, there we go. Drop down. Honestly, I'm sure this isn't completely true, and I'm sure my commentary sounds fine to all of you, but there's been a part of me that's like, I think I'm getting worse at talking as time goes on. Like, I started to feel this in the Hollow Knight playthrough, and though I think I've been doing a decent job in this playthrough, especially for the first 4 videos that were surprisingly well commentated, I still feel sometimes I just can't do as good a job of it as I used to, and I'm not sure why that is, so it's part of the reason why I want to move away from Let's Plays after this. Okay, we have a bunch of cannons that they aren't using. Sure, I guess they're just storing them for when the time is right. Got a unique camera angle, and you heard me. So that's why you want to pause, stay still. You could just use the stone mask and cheese your way through this if you want. It does still take time for them to look in your direction, so it's not like you, it's not like, I don't know what I'm even trying to say here. You can, like, do little dashes like that and get behind cover just in time. I think she'll start making her way... Yes, down that way, and oh god, okay. I don't believe the Gerudo Pirate Guards have the same weird laser beam of vision thing that the Deku Palace Guards do, which, again, is even more evidence to the fact that that was unintentional. Oh boy, I bet you can't guess who we're fighting in here. Halt! Takes courage to come thieving in the pirates, for I'm gonna love doing this to you. Dude, you just plagiarized your freaking companion over there, your coworker on the other side of the fortress. You fight this one no different. Even despite her green clothes, she is no different from the first one. So just shoot her in the face. Shoot her in the face. There you go. That's that. Don't think it ends here. Can you get your own dialogue? You're not very original. What is that symbol on the doors? Is that... Oh, that's probably a scimitar if I had to guess, or a cutlass. Okay, that's a hand holding a scimitar. Or some kind of sword. Okay. Now's the time to check if I can attack you guys from outside of the water. I would love it if I could shoot you with a bow outside of water. Unfortunately, you're trying to rush over to me, so I don't think that's gonna be possible. I didn't want to do that. I guess I can take you out this way instead. Interestingly, there's no battle theme in the Pirates Fortress. Whenever I'm near one of these enemies, it does not start the battle music. That's kind of neat. I don't know why that is exactly, but it just is the way that it is. Okay, come on. Okay, so the boomerangs can go through the glass. I could try to use that to my advantage, like angle it that way. No, and then they didn't, because fuck everything. Fuck you guys. Give me this. I'm going. Zora egg, get me out of here. I kind of hate fighting enemies underwater in this game because, like, Zora combat is fine, but it's not really as fun as the sword combat with Hylian Link or really any other form of Link combat. And because you're underwater, though, you're forced to use it, and your only ranged move is those boomerangs, and those boomerangs bounce off obstacles. Well, I mean, it's like they bounce off the tiniest of obstacles, and you have to wait for them to slowly fly their way back towards you. Yeah, it's not really the most fun, so I generally prefer... what am I doing? I could just warp out of here. Now that my bottles are full, I'm going to need to drop these eggs off at the Marine Research Laboratory and make my way back in here, so I shall do that right now. Anyway, all this is to say, I do not really like the underwater combat in this game, so I'm gonna be sounding real annoyed as I keep doing it. Is that a hook on top? Is this supposed to be like an anchor? That's kind of a cool building design. What you want to do now is climb up to the top of this aquarium and equip all 3 bottles on all 3 slots first, preferably, so we do not have to keep going back to the inventory every 2 seconds, and drop each egg down into the tank. It's pretty satisfying to watch them slowly fall to the bottom. I think we get the idea, though, game. You could probably hurry that up a little. It absolutely has to work here. Okay. For some reason, this game is very particular about where you have to stand to drop an egg. I don't get it. You can drop 2 eggs on top of each other, so it's not like it's that the game's concerned about. Like, I'm gonna do it right now, yeah. It's just for some reason, that front edge doesn't like that. It doesn't like you trying to drop an egg down there. Maybe it's like, if it's too close to where the camera's facing, it doesn't want you putting an egg there. Like, you can't put any on this side of the tank. I'm not really sure. Do you have anything to say about that? Zora eggs won't hatch unless all eggs that were laid at the same time are brought together. What are those Zoras doing? Good question. I mean, they're just kind of moping around in Zora Hall, honestly. One of them tried to go after the pirates and after the eggs in the pirate's fortress, and then he died, and now I'm going in his stead. So yeah, the Zoras have been really successful at their job. No hate to the Zoras or anything. I'm just saying, it is the truth. This is another thing I'm not that big a fan of in this game, is that the fact that if you only have 1 empty bottle, you could be theoretically making 4 trips to and from the pirate's fortress to get all the eggs rescued, and that's very annoying. So yeah, you want to collect bottles. Even if it might be annoying to do the side quests to get them at first, it will absolutely be made up for by how much easier this section is. And even with 3 of them, I still had to go back out and backtrack back in. Fortunately, once you have the hookshot, you can hookshot across that gap to get back in the fortress in no time flat. Or actually, perhaps sometime flat, because you do need to wait for these guys. We're getting close to evening, so I gotta drop off this next egg quick and then go meet Cremia back at Romani Ranch, which, by the way, that's the older sister's name. I don't think I've ever mentioned it out loud, but yeah, her name is Cremia. Okay, bunny hood equipped. Let me speed through this last part. So we're here for the last egg, and we're also here to take a picture, which I shall do so with the help of the stone mask. All right. Back in. Oh my god, I'm still not there. I'm still not there. I'm still not there. Here we are. Okay, the last area we want to go to is, I believe, right over here. I actually looked at it earlier this episode, but then I didn't pay any mind to it because I ended up wanting to save it for last. So, here we are. It has been saved for last, and it shall be done last. It's kind of weird to me how on the second day, it is overcast all over the world, but it is only raining in Clocktown. And it's also only raining in Romani Ranch and the swamp, which I actually discovered through this playthrough. Otherwise, it doesn't rain everywhere in the world on the second day when you'd think it would, because that's kind of how rain works. Hi guys, can I open that chest there in the middle? I'm just gonna shoot one of you. The rest of you are gonna pay no mind whatsoever to your friend's death. Sure, whatever you want to do. Let's see what you got in here. 100 How many rupees did I... Oh, what? They came back immediately. I thought they were stunned for way longer than that. How many rupees did I actually get from that? If it was like 3, that would be the funniest thing. I almost said that would be the most funny thing, and even though that works, it just sounds a little weird, which is why I stopped myself for a second there. I was like, is that what I wanted to say? No, I wanted to say the funniest thing. Get past before you reawaken, because goodness knows y'all reawaken fast. Then in this room, as opposed to going down through there, you can just hookshot across and they won't see you at all. That's a surprisingly cool camera angle, seeing the chain in the face like that and watching Link go right towards it. I don't know why I'm getting that camera angle very often, but I guess I am. All right. Ooh, is this like the boiler room? Why is it so high up in the place? That's as far as you go. How unfortunate. You won't be getting past here. This mini-boss has different dialogue to the other two, which is part of why I wanted to save this for last. Unfortunately, she is no different. She is different in words only. All right, let me... Oh my god. Somehow I feel like I killed her faster. Not killed, you know. Don't think it ends here. Not bad, but don't think it ends here. So yeah, that's slightly different. I don't know why the torches light up. Maybe they were using that as the trigger for, hey, you won. So when the torches are lit, unlock the door. That's kind of cool if that's the case. I don't know if that's the case, though. That feels like Feels really cumbersome to program when you could just go, when player beats mini-boss, open door. And in fact, that's what they do in other parts of the game, so that's definitely not the reason. I don't know. One more time, we have to deal with one of these fucking clams. Let me just go. Dive down. They're so much easier to kill in the 3DS version, just because, like, of the much better controls with the boomerang of Zora Link. In this version, they're just a pain. All right, let's see where this exits to, and then we shall teleport on over, drop off the egg, and then go over to the ranch without delay. Okay, yeah. That is the entire Pirate's Fortress scoured. We have every single egg collected, so let's go drop it off without delay, as I just said. Can I not be so repetitive? You'd think I'd be able to remember the words I said 2 seconds ago, but apparently I was not born with that capability. Here's egg number 4. Looking at my time, I think I might only have enough time for this last side quest with Cremia at the ranch, and then I might have to end before I go for the remaining 3 eggs. I just realized I forgot to take a picture of the pirates. Well, I'm gonna worry about that another time. By that, I mean next time, of course. Since, you know, it's right about to hit 6 p.m., and that's when Cremia said she would leave, so yeah, we have to come back around then. I think you do have, like, about an hour of a free window to not worry about it, but I don't want to chance it. Yeah, see, look, it rains around Romani Ranch, and only around Romani Ranch, and around no other location. I don't get this game sometimes, and, you know, no other location aside from the swamp and the town, which I've already been over. You know? Even as graphically simple as this game is, there is something really aesthetically pleasing about the whole day-night cycle. The lighting on the ground changing as it hits nighttime. Yeah, we can even be, like, back and front lit, which is pretty cool. I like the lens flare effect they have. I also really like the clock design at the bottom of the screen. The atmosphere is top-notch. Like, the sound design of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask has held up excellently, even if a few other parts of the games really haven't. Especially in Ocarina of Time's case, the sound design and the atmosphere is absolutely perfected. It is so really good. It's so really good, isn't it? I apologize for my awful speech today. And just like that, she appears. Let us go and talk to her, and hopefully she won't leave right as I'm walking up to her. I think you have like an hour. You have a window of about an hour to talk to her, but yeah. Still, I don't want to risk it.
Oh, good evening. I'm going to town now to deliver milk. Would you like a ride?
Sure. That was a weird way to say sure.
That's great. Tonight, I'm kind of lonely. I welcome company. I guess it's been a while now since our father died. I'm trying to take care of the ranch, but things have been getting unstable lately. The cows always seem bothered and frazzled, and I'm finding broken bottles everywhere. Who's doing it? I don't know. My sister Romani has been worried too. She's practicing using a bow, saying it's to stop the ghosts. Say, what are the townsfolk saying about that moon? It's bigger than before, isn't it? In town, I have a friend. Her name's Anju. Anju, the day after tomorrow is her wedding.
Well, she's not making that. I'm very sorry about that.
I wonder if it will fall, that thing.
Oh, we're gonna be walking wrist right through Epona, aren't we? What the fuck? I didn't know this would happen. Oh my god, wait, is she still there? Oh my god, Epona's joining us, I guess.
What? The road? Boy, get your bow ready.
Sorry, that's my horse.
First Milk Road is blocked by a boulder, and now we have to take this detour through ugly country. Are you ready, boy? I'm going to try to get us through here as fast as I can. If any pursuers come from behind, chase them off with your arrows.
Damn, you're making me kill someone here.
They may be after my cargo of milk bottles. You understand?
Yes.
Thanks. I'm relying on you. If we can get through here, I'll have a big thanks for you.
So, the Gorman brothers at the Gorman racetrack have put up a barrier in an attempt to steal the milk from Romani Ranch, and I guess sell it to people on their own. I guess they've been doing this for a long time, because Cremia is clearly used to it. As they hold up their pitchforks and go, "Whoa!" That's your indication to shoot them. If they reach the cart, they will start breaking the bottles one by one. If they all break, you fail. All right, this is pretty easy though, so we're just gonna shoot you. I mean, I guess it's not that easy with the old aiming, but then again, I feel like there's some auto aim in play with this. All right, look at those freaking horses. They have like donkeys that look like they need braces. You know, horse braces, or I guess donkey braces. Donkeys aren't exactly the same as horses. Whatever. Having to outlast them as we ride through the entire racetrack. Oh my god, there's no real on-screen indicator for when you're close to the end. You just gotta keep doing it until it's time. No, I got one hit. Oh, I got it. I got it though. When you see this cutscene, you're done, despite how it looks.
Mr. Barton was very happy to get his first delivery in quite a while. Thank you. You were pretty cool. This isn't very big, but accept my thanks.
Oh no, this is very big, for me anyway. You got Romani's mask. I personally prefer to call it the Romani mask, that way it doesn't sound like it belongs to Romani, the younger sister, because it doesn't, it belongs to me now. Wear it with C to show you're a member of the exclusive milk bar, Latte.
By doing one good deed, a child becomes an adult.
Yeah, you hear that, children? All you need to do is do one good thing and suddenly you're an adult now and you've won at life.
That mask is only given to a limited number of adult customers. It's proof of membership. I now acknowledge you as being an adult.
You guarded the ranch's milk? Add it to your notebook. Had to slide my headset just then. And now, here's the point where I would normally go, well, that was a fun side quest, now back to Great Bay. But, now that we have the mask, we are dropped off right where we can use this mask. So, let us equip it, and finally, enter the milk bar. Actually, it's 7 p.m. and we can't enter it yet. Let's finally enter the milk bar in 2 in-game hours. While I wait, I may as well show some extra encounters with characters you can have. Go back to the Stockpot Inn at nighttime, and they will kick you out. I have to go back in now, god damn it. Okay, now we should be good. The owner was right there. Let's hope she doesn't see me. Just sneak our way in here. Yeah, you can see the 2 entertainers who are usually dancing outside during the day, or rather usually juggling outside during the day, are now playing cards. Did you meet the Rosa sisters, our fellow performers from the troupe? They're twins too. They're twins just like us. Can you believe it? I think they're practicing somewhere in West Clocktown right now. There are 2 sets of twins traveling in Gorman's troupe of entertainers. I mean, what are the chances? I'd say the chances are about 1 in a million. No, wait, make that 4 in a million. That wasn't that funny. Sorry to say, guys. Would you like to join our little card game? You're joking, aren't you, brother? It'll make our game too complex. Whatever do you mean? It's easy playing against you. You look just like me, so I already know what you look like when you're bluffing. Now that is a little more funny. I like that joke. I don't believe anyone else is sleeping in the bed here. I think you can find Gorman in a bed here. I think during daytime on the second day. That could be the 3DS version, though. I'll talk more about that another time. For now, I do want to show something really funny. Put on the Mask of Sense, and this pair of pants right here, probably some underwear, has a scent over it. And yes, indeed, you can pull out a bottle and obtain a mushroom from it. I would much rather not think about where this mushroom came from, so I think I'm just gonna drop it right away. Oh, I can't. Oh, God. Okay. I guess I'll go turn that into the witch. Hopefully she'll get some use out of it, maybe. It is 10 p.m. now, meaning the bar is officially open for business. Let's have our mask on and go inside. Ah, you are a member. Please come in. Finally, we get to do this. Now, yeah, the name Milk Bar might sound a little strange, but don't worry, it actually does make sense. Technically, the milk in this universe is alcoholic. I don't know. It's just what they decided to do for their universe, you know? All right, let's see what we got here. We have you. Welcome. You okay, buddy, to my left? We've got some good milk in tonight. Would you like some Romani for your final moon viewing? Yeah, final is right. There, I had the option to have a drink. I don't know why it doesn't go backwards in the dialogue box, and I don't know why I keep failing this. There we go. What'll it be? Regular milk or a Chateau Romani? Since I have 200 rupees, let's take it. Your bottle is filled with Chateau Romani. Drink it to replenish all of your magic power. The drink even improves your stamina. Swirl around with your tongue to enjoy its flavor to the fullest. That description does not tell you everything that this drink can do for you, so let's drink it. Glug, glug, glug. As you can see, our magic bar is now blue. If I were to say, pull out fire arrows and shoot them indoors, which I might not be, fuck, I can't do it, never mind. This gives you unlimited magic power for the remainder of the current 3-day cycle. That's pretty good. I quite like that. I quite like that you get this buff, so I'm gonna put it on, because why not? Now, what's up with you? Hey, you. Milk. It's milk. Can you get tipsy from something like milk? Apparently you can, in this universe anyway. I do like how they have, like, genuine alcohol bottles over there that contain milk. Very strange. He seems to have, some kind of issue. I mean, his show and his troupe and all were rejected for the Carnival of Time, so that would be why. So he's in here upset about that. What? Don't look at me. Anyway, I'm just the despised second son. I can't handle horses like my older brother. I can't take care of horses like my younger brother. I left the ranch, came to know the world of show business, traveled around, but for what? For nothing! Oh, I just had to enter the world of entertainment, did I? It's cold. So cold. I'm gonna go with a no, you're not okay. Now, we talked to you. You are Toto. We've talked to you in the mayor's residence before, but you are here now every night. Or at least on the first 2 nights. We were scheduled to do a show, but it got cancelled. This place has a reputation for being a great live venue, so it's a shame. I'd like to do a sound check, though. I just want to see what it would have been like. Hey, you! Could you help me with a performance? Why not? Okay, you play the ocarina, right? Go stand under the center spotlight. Okay, play your ocarina like this. Then he gives you a series of notes to play. That is up, right, left, right. Well, how's it sound? Is the ocarina a popular choice for an instrument around these parts? Because, like, the Ocarina of Time is the only one that I know of. Okay, that feels good. What feels good? That wretched, senseless racket? Alright, screw you too, man. So now what you want to do here is, you want to get the 3 transformation masks out. Or, eventually, you want to, once you take off this mask first. Don't worry, you are allowed to take off your mask while inside, though you cannot order a drink without it on. Then, transform into a different form, talk to him again. Help me with a performance. You will have something for each of the forms and each of their instruments to do. Okay, you play the pipes, right? Go stand under the front left spotlight, right here. This is extremely large for the little tiny Deku Scrub going inside of it. Right, A, down, left, right. Okay, that feels good. Yeah, I don't know what's with the whole cloning of Link going on there, like the spirit of Link's previous body was right there playing along with me. I wouldn't question the logistics of this side quest too much if I were you. You just want to talk to him in each of the 4 forms, and then play whatever notes he has for you. Alright, rear left. Wait, that's this. Left. It's from our perspective, not Or from the camera's perspective. There we go. That's what I meant. Down. Right. Okay, that feels good. You have to go through this dialogue every single time. I don't really know why. At least you can actually skip the dialogue and fast forward it this time, unlike a certain other Legend of Zelda game that came before Majora's Mask. Finally, Mikau, the one who was always intended to play. Play guitar, right? Stand beneath the spotlight on the left. Honestly, you should recognize me as Mikau. You should already know that I play guitar. Alright, yeah, this is the only spotlight left. Play your guitar like this. Up, right, down, A. Up, left, right, down. Cool song. I like how the second half sounds way better than the first, probably because it was created without the limitations of the freaking 5-note ocarina scale in mind. Bravo! That was the best! I know, the 4 different Link Ghosts are the best band around these parts. That melody. That melody. It brings back so many memories. It's their old standby, Ballad of the Windfish. That's the song that members of the previous generation of the Indiegogos made famous. I entered show business because I heard this song at the Carnival of Time long ago. By doing performances, I thought maybe I'd get to meet the singers of that song. The one you heard singing must have been the original Lulu, mother of the current lead singer, who's also named Lulu. So her daughter is singing now. Is that so? I'd like to hear that. I'm sorry I booed you. Please, take my mask. It gives you the circus leader's mask. This mask looks so sad it could put a tear in even a demon's eye. You saw the tears of circus leader Gorman. This was added to your notebook. What is Gorman doing in the background? Do I even want to know? What are you, sir? You okay? No, he's... I think he's a little hungover. I remember when I was back at the ranch. My brothers. I wonder how they are. What happens if I talk to you with the mask you just gave me on? We're getting a lot of masks this episode as well. Okay, nothing extra special. While you have the mask on, you are crying the entire time. Hey, you're gonna play for us again? No, I'm not. No, I didn't mean to. Sorry. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I know, it is too bad. But yeah, the mask constantly cries while you're wearing it. I really like this detail. This mask doesn't do a lot for you, but it does have one genuine use. As much as many guide videos might say that there isn't a use for this thing, there actually is, and also in the 3DS version, there is an extra use of it that you will need to do for 100%. In other news though, that's all the side questing around these parts I wanted to do, so let's head back over to Great Bay and end the video. I may have done a terrible job of talking all throughout it, but this was a great fun video. I'm very glad I did this. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, we gotta take a picture of a Gerudo Pyre for that one guy, and then we're gonna find our way to Pinnacle Rock to find the remaining Zora eggs, and go on from there. And we're probably gonna take care of the dungeon in this region. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to complete it before the end of this 3-day cycle, in all honesty, but I'll try my best. Thank you all for watching, if you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future.